Welcome everybody. We had a glitch on our first video, so this is our second run through, and Devorah's not here. So here we go. So this is our slide deck for assessing learning through creative projects. This is your second assignment for us. The first assignment was simply to join the Google Classroom and answer a few questions for us. And so we're here to present choice boards and assessing learning through creative projects, and the topic today is choice boards. Um, in this deck, what you're going to see is the what's a choice board, how do we use it in assessment, the how, steps to create an assessment choice board. We're going to give you a chance to explore a choice board toolkit and to see different choice board templates. And then you're going to build one. We're going to challenge you to build one and to use it to take to your classroom, to share it with your students if you can, if you get a chance. And then we're gonna create some sort of a library of the different choice boards you make. So the what? In this section, you're gonna explore the rationale for choosing choice boards with students with a focus on using choice boards for assessment. So the what? Choice boards can be used at any stage within the learning cycle, but for this one, we're gonna focus on assessment. The focus of choice boards, they could be created using different types of formats, but all choice boards focus on student-specific learning needs, interests, and skills. They can be adapted easily across grade levels, content area, and can be modified for all different content areas. The purpose is to have students interact with new information, have students practice and master academic content, and you could also assess a student's mastery with choice boards and how you build them. Or you could use it as a combination of all three. Some benefits of choice boards are that they increase student ownership because students get to dig into what they want to do, what they want to present. Maybe your graphic artist wants to create a comic strip for you. Maybe your video makers want to make a video for you or sing a song or anything like that. But that's some of the benefits of differentiating your assessment using choice boards. Choice board for assessment demonstrate how students show their mastery of content through their choice of creative project. Allows students to have agency over how they express themselves and what they have learned. Again, the artists can do art things, the video makers can make videos, the storytellers can tell you a story, and thus share the content that they've learned in your class with their choice of presentation. The how. Explore the process of developing a choice board for your students. Each heading covers one aspect or topic to think about while you build. So this is all of these, the how. You're going to get a chance to, each of these is hyperlinked to the next slide. So develop, think, create, peer feedback, support, and authentic presentation. And so if you hit this hyperlink, it'll spell out what you're going to think about as you develop it. And yeah, let's just run through it. The next slide is develop. Develop it based on your unit, the outcomes of your lesson, how you can tailor it to what you're doing in your classroom. You should create an exemplary example so that students can use it as kind of a guide, and you can explain the goals of the assessment and outcomes. Optional, but a good idea is to design a rubric for what the students are supposed to present and what the key information is that should be on whatever their presentation is, whether it's a comic strip, whether it's a video, whether it's a song that they sing. What's the key information that should be in there? And the rubric can tell students that. Think about what types of activities you're going to include, how you're going to differentiate it. Are you providing different ways for students to express themselves, and what different modalities are being used as well? There's going to be there's a few lists that you could choose from as to the different activities within there, but you also have to think about the different tools that we have. So Casey Bell has a wonderful list, and there's other ideas. This list right here, these bulleted items right here, are not an exhaustive list of what you can put on a choice board. They're just ideas to get your creative juices flowing. You should develop a grading system, rubrics, points, self-assessment, and let them know exactly what pieces they should include, what content they should include. Feedback. Zaretta Hammond says provide that feedback provides students authentic opportunities to process content, and that feedback increases intellectual capacity. Some tools and scaffolds that we've found as far as peer feedback have been the tag feedback model, the three B's feedback, and 2 stars and a wish. They're all kind of similar in that they try to hone in on specifics about how to improve and how to make your piece better, whatever it is. And so that's what they all have in common. The three models there for feedback. The community audience, it's actually a writing protocol, but it can also be used to examine what audience you're building for. And support. So tell students, provide tutorials of the digital applications. If they have not done a Google Drawing before, provide some tutorials. And we have webinars on that we will link to the slide deck. And we also there's also other places to find those tutorials. YouTube's a good space to find videos explaining things rather clearly for the different applications that we have here in the district. Adobe Spark, we have some really wonderful in-house resources for Adobe Spark, and the different for Google Sites and for Google Docs and slides as well. Um, you can host specific office hours so students can come in and you can lend a hand. You can explain some things to them. You can set work time or calendar in specific times for students to work on projects. You can build out rubrics and checklists as well as a way to support your students. Authentic presentation. Why are we asking students to create a video, design a web page, record a tutorial, and who is going to see their work? Says Monica Burns. The real purpose is to build for an audience, and so that the students are not just building for you, but they're not just building for you, but they're building for an audience of their peers, an audience of their community, and let them know at the beginning, at the outset of the project, that this is what we're building for, and this is who's going to see your work. These are the possibilities of who's going to see your work. Choice boards, explore. Please explore the choice board toolkit on the next slide so you can begin building yours. So here's the toolkit we build out. And there's just different examples of choice boards for that. Some that differentiate learning, some that are hybrid choice boards, some that are learning menus, some that are gamified choice boards, and then there's the templates on the bottom. On the far right, if you want to dig deeper with the experts, these are references for where we received some of this information, where we culled this information from. You build. So now it's your turn. We're headed towards we've done all this thinking, all these idea buildings, and you're gonna choose a template from the choice board of the next slide, and build your choice board for assessment tailored to your classroom practice. The choice board you build will be something you use in your classroom before the November 17th D-Leaf meeting. And so go build. Choose one, mix and match, however you want to do it. See the different activities that others have, and maybe bring those into your practice, and have fun with it. Yeah, I think it's a nice way to flex your pedagogical muscle, if you will. In our efforts to build this Learning Strand community, we invite you on the next slide to link the choice board resource you created so you and your colleagues can learn from each other. So on the We Build slide deck, you're going to go to the shared slide deck. There are directions, your choice board examples, so the things that you create. The instructions for this deck are you're going to pick a slide, put your name on it, link to your choice board, add your name and choice board topic. And you're going to take a picture of your choice board and include it as well on the slide. We have Devorah's example, and she has a video repository bingo, and there's a link to it if you want to check it out. If you want to add it to the kind of choice word that you make, you can make a bingo. I don't think we have a template for bingo, but maybe we'll add it to our templates. Um, and there it is. And your job is simply to add your name, your school, link, grade, topic, and to include an image. And then we'll have a shared repository of these different pieces, and you guys will have like a bit of a library of choice boards to examine, to explore, to use in your practice. And that's it, folks. Thank you, everybody. Happy building, and we hope that this made sense. If it didn't, please ping us and email us and ask us questions, and we'll help build it out. We'll help answer those questions. Thank you very much. And on behalf of Devora, thank you very much as well.